This is James Mathers for the Digital Cinema Society at CineGear Expo 2025. I'm here with my friend Tony Wisniewski, and he's with ZEISS, and ZEISS is one of the oldest companies in the business.
That's true.
But you're going into modern technology. So first, tell us a little bit about the history of ZEISS.
So ZEISS has been around since about the 1840s. Started with microscopes, and moved into just about everything optical. Kind of came up with the engineering theories behind optical design, and really built that into high-end, repeatable optics for medical use, for eyeglasses, as well as for creative uses in photography and cinematography.
And I know you're not resting on your laurels. You keep moving into new areas. So tell us about what's new.
Yeah, great. We kind of see as all of the visual capture, it's a lot more data driven. We of course need metadata when you're doing your video capture, but the ability to marry not only the lens data with the actual look of the visual that you're trying to capture, alongside the ability to capture that position of the lens and the camera in space, so that you can feed all that data to your composite team, to your VFX or team in post, or if you're doing it live in ICVFX. That's really where we're focused now. So a lot of the technologies, the camera tracking that we've built, the ability to capture greater amounts of metadata out of the lenses, is really what we're kind of bringing creators now, is the ability to have all of this data in one place, and you can start to build looks or build your productions almost virtually. Indeed, one of the things we were just talking about off camera is that we're moving towards, and we just announced at the Micro Salon in Paris, the ability to actually have a virtual lens. So let's say that you're creating video games or doing animation, and you want the ZEISS Radiance flare, but you don't have a camera because everything is being created in computer. How great is it to be able to dial up the very specific look of that lens and add it to the composites that you're doing in camera? And this is what it is. It's actually having the look of the lens without needing the lens itself.
Well, I can see why that would be very valuable, but I don't think you're going to be able to replace shooting humans. You know, that's when AI really seems to fail, when you're shooting humans and human emotion.
Mm-hmm.
But that'd be great to make the VFX match your original photography.
Really, and that's a great place for it to be used, because certainly animation is a very easy place to use it. But and when you're capturing live, if you need to be able to sub in some VFX or something, and that needs to match the lenses that you chose to capture those humans, that's really where this technology comes to life.
And what is new with lenses?
With lenses, a lot of there's a lot of competition out there right now at the aspirational end, as well as the very low cost lenses. And I think what's happening is people are changing to make it less about the technology and more about the looks that they achieve. People want to look in the way that they create. They don't want to wait later. They want to do it now between camera and lens. So you're seeing a lot of companies jump in and really provide lenses that give you consistency, because that's important on the set so you don't waste money, but also provides you a variety of looks. And I think that's really the language that we're starting to talk about nowadays.
And you've always been covering at least full frame,
mm-hmm.
and now you have zooms out that
we do. We just we upgraded essentially the cinema zooms, the CZ2s, to be a new Supreme Prime Radiance Zoom. So they've been upgraded so that the mechanics are a little bit more consistent. There's an improvement there, but these are the Supreme Prime Radiance look that we've applied to a zoom. So that same 3-lens set that that cover 15 to 200 millimeters now has that look and feel and that consistency of those lenses that you come to know and love as primes.
But now it's a zoom.
Yep.
And you also have a little bit lower cost Prime
Right.
series.
Exactly. And we're trying to do the same thing that everybody else is trying to do as well, is to offer a variety at all levels of your purchasability. Not everybody can afford a very expensive aspirational lens, but want that look. And so you see that in our first round with the ZEISS Nano Primes. It's a lower cost lens that still has a high end cinematic look, but they're lower cost. They're much lighter, much smaller lens, and they're intended for mirrorless cameras.
Yeah, so maybe some are rental lenses and some are more affordable for owner-operators.
Right. Yeah, you've seen a lot of transition to the retail space. Consumers want to buy things now, and rather than rent, how great is it to have these looks, but in my own kit as I build my career or as I need something to go to that may or may not include a rental house.
Yeah. Seems like ZEISS is busy.
We're trying to be, yeah. We're trying to make sure that we have a variety of products for every taste out there.
Well, thank you very much, Tony.
My pleasure. Anytime.